Hey guys, Tom here with Permaculture Wilmington. I'm making some soil and I just thought I'd show you how I'm doing it. A lot of people are interested in this kind of stuff. This is the biological approach. What I'm doing is taking mushroom fruiting blocks from the mushrooms, the choice edible oyster mushrooms and lion's mane and chestnuts, and we got a bunch of different kinds of oysters growing. But so we're growing oyster mushrooms and we're growing different types of choice edibles, and these are the blocks that we're using to grow mushrooms on. So this is mycelium growing on sawdust with some grain in there to supplement. So we've got a high nitrogen mixed in with a high carbon to nitrogen ratio sawdust, that material, and then we're inoculating that with mycelium and letting it grow and colonize the block, and that's going to give us our 50% biomass that we need to grow mid-succession plants. So this is our compost that's mostly bacteria dominated. It's moldering compost, so it does have some fungi in it. It's been going about a year. It was in here, and then when I got ready to use the bottom of this bin, I took the top of it that wasn't quite decomposed and flipped it into here. And so now this has been breaking down, and I just keep stuff on top of it to keep the sun off of it. But I've had plants in it and everything until about a week ago. There's still some growing in it, but that's just to keep nutrient cycling going, to break it down and to keep the microbes populated the way they're supposed to be in proper proportions. So this is basically the fruiting block, the mushroom fruiting block, that thing broken up into smaller pieces. So I'm going to continue to break that up. And this is worm castings that we got from the worm bin here, and I realized now that I've taken Elaine Ingham's course, this is not the correct way to do vermicast, so vermiculture. So you only feed them as much as they need in 3 days, and that's to well, it's for a lot of things, but mostly to keep down anaerobic activity, to keep the insect larvae out. There's a lot of good things that happen when you don't fill it full of organic matter, and then all the other insects come in and start helping out. So we don't want to breed insect larvae, and we don't want to have situations where pockets of it go anaerobic. So it's really important to not put as much vegetation in as we can, and just keep putting it in constantly. We put it in according to what the worms can eat, and that's what they can eat in 3 days. I was told when I first started this, looking at YouTube videos online, that we need to put as much in as the worms can eat in 1 day, and that's actually not true. It's a 3-day situation, and that's mostly because of the larvae that happen on fruit flies. So fruit fly larvae take 3 days to cycle, and if we continue to put organic matter in here, or fungus flies actually, but fruit flies kind of very similar, but if we continue to put organic matter in here, then every 3 days the fungus flies can populate and will continue to infest your vermicast pile. So when you open it, you just get this big waft of insect larvae coming at you, and flies and everything. So not insect larvae, sorry, but like just a whole bunch of flies coming at you when you open the bin, like they do now basically. So now I know how to fix that, thank goodness to taking Elaine Ingham's course here. So we've got mushroom fruiting block, really good compost for moldering that's mostly bacteria with some fungi. We've got vermicast to put some worm eggs in there, and also each one of the little balls of vermicast is a individual ecosystem surrounded by an anaerobic shell. So it's pretty cool to learn all this stuff and how it goes together. But we need those, we need that, and we need that, and then we combine it all together, and that's how we make a forest soil, forest floor soil. It's got a 50% fungal and 50% bacteria domination is the goal, and the only way to verify that is to check it with a microscope and actually understand how to count biomass. And it's not just counting species, it's actually counting the size of the fungal hyphae that are in the samples that we're testing. So I've learned how to do all that now, and I just think it's pretty cool that I can maintain all this myself without anybody's help, and it just took me a little bit of schoolwork and $2,000 to take the course, which my understanding is I got a deal, because right now it's like almost 3 times that. So yeah, I'm pretty excited, really excited about that, to have the lady that discovered the soil food web teach me how to garden. How cool is that? So anyway guys, I'm pretty excited. I just wanted to show you what I was doing here. I'm going to break this down into smaller bits and basically just mix all this up. I'm not putting this in here, so you can kind of get a feel. What you're seeing here is 2 blocks. This is 2 blocks worth of substrate, just a handful of vermicast, and a 2 gallon of compost. So I'm just going to mix all this together, and really I should have another one, and I'm going to put another bucket of another 2-gallon of compost in here, because it really should be about 50% of the biomass, since this is mostly bacteria. And I've looked at it under microscopes, guys, and it really is like, it's not, we see organic matter, and there is organic matter there, but there are so many bacteria just colonizing every crack and surface. Like, that's basically a bucket of bacteria. That this is basically a combination of what I was saying before in terms of the organic matter, mycelium, but it's also the enzymes that the mycelium makes, those acids, and that becomes ammonium. So that is fulvic acid is the bacteria, humic acid is from fungi, and the organic matter that's broken down in the bottom from arthropods eating the fungi is the ammonium. So that's all these things are what plants need, guys. This is biological gardening, and this is full force, man. We're going straight up nature style. So anyway, guys, just hanging out with you here, sharing a little bit of excitement and things that are really making a big difference in my life. And I hope you guys are getting an eyeful and an earful on my channel, and just experiencing a little bit of this while I'm experiencing it. You guys doing it vicariously, of course, but I'm just saying, man, you guys need to note this stuff, because it is life-changing, and it changes our complete need for any of the synthetics and chemistry and stuff from the store. I don't even go to the store anymore. How cool is that? Like, I don't need to. If I need something, I go to a forest. You know, I go to a forest to get an organism, or to get debris, or, you know, it's just awesome being able to find these things in our environment. Just, you know, around, I can get leaves. I can put this in the bottom of the pot to stop the water from draining through and pulling soil out the bottom. You know, it's just everything in our environment. We need to learn to multi-purpose. So, and that's the permaculture way, guys. Everything has two ways of looking at it. So I hope you're having a great day. This is Tom with Permaculture Wilmington. And live regeneratively, grow abundantly, learn daily, be well, all that good stuff. Later, guys.